we have a platform where we value life and we value family. You just value the good old South Dakota, the farm life, not getting up on a ladder and then forgetting the people that put you there.
I'm a redneck. It's not in my nature to be diplomatic. I wasn't brought up in that fashion. I used to have a bumper sticker that said politically incorrect and proud of it, and now I have to try to walk the line. Hi, I'm Senator Brock Greenfield.
And I'm Representative Lana Greenfield.
We serve Legislative District 2, which is Brown, Clark, Spink, and Hamlin counties.
This mother and son legislative duo have been serving South Dakota together since 2015. However, Senator Brock Greenfield began his political career long before his mother.
When Senator Greenfield pulled out the petitions to run for the Senate, it didn't surprise me. I was very, very happy that one of the former legislators, he had thought enough of Brock to be confident in him. He didn't want to run himself. Governor Jankel had asked this man to run for Senate, and he said no, but he says, I think I know of somebody that I can get.
But he said, when the governor called and asked me to run, I told him no, but I'll find you a good candidate. And I said, and you couldn't find any good candidates, so now you're calling me?
And he started out being brave really early. He could have quit right away with the first town to the east of us because he got over there, and one of the ladies, when he got out of the car, she said, who are you? And he said, well, I'm a politician. And she looked at her dog and she said, sick him.
Well, when Representative Greenfield, then just mom, ran, I just really wanted to see her succeed. I wanted to tell her all the things that I found were helpful in my campaign, just so that she had the best possible showing that she could have. When I heard the people talking several years ago about the first floor speech my mom gave, I thought that would be me in my first several years out here. It was very raw and to the point, and pretty rednecky. And that's who I am.
Getting into the legislature was a big learning process for me because I know that we had a discussion once upon a time over texting ban. And I told Brock, I said, well, I think that would make good sense to just have it. And he's like, Mother, you have to think about this. Just passing a law doesn't make it so. You know, that doesn't mean that everybody's going to stay away from texting. And I've always kind of used that as a measuring stick because whatever law we pass out here, it's not always going to be that people are going to follow it to the letter.
Senator Brock Greenfield admits there are advantages to having somebody who is so closely related to serve with. Their special relationship allows them to chat politics after hours, whether they agree or disagree on the issues.
My first 14 years in office as compared with my last 5 are certainly different. I think there are a lot of advantages to having somebody who's as closely related as what Mom and I are to deal with issues and again to represent the same district. I've recognized that she's a very independent person. It ticks me off sometimes when I fight hard to get a bill passed and then see that Mom voted against it a few days later. But I respect that she's her own person and she's going to do her best to cast a thoughtful vote on behalf of her people. Just shocking that she doesn't think that her people think my way, that they might think her way instead. So I didn't ever think that we'd be roommates, and we have been the last couple of years. My first 17 years out here, I was on my own or with other people. After I had my heart surgery, believe it or not, they found a heart and it needed some attention. And Representative Greenfield said, hey, I found us a house if you're interested. And I thought about it and I weighed the pros and cons, and I thought there are a lot more pros to having Mom there. If something goes wrong.
I just decided that, hey, you know, I think I'll take the the bull by the horns here, and I think I'll try to secure a spot for us to live, and and let the chips fall where they may. But if I've done all the doing, I don't know what he's going to do.
I guess
But accept it.
knowing that it was all a big plot, now I'm probably going to look for somebody else next year. I'd hate to be outsmarted by Mom.
Maybe a wife.
That'd be all right. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to bed just feeling dejected and defeated, and how many times I've gotten up and had a whole new perspective, and you win the first battle of the day, and you don't even, the day before is in the distant past. It's so far removed from what's going on. As a coach, as an athlete, I've learned that it's good to have a short memory. And that holds true in the legislative process.
Because, in our lives, realistically, we all have peaks and valleys every day. And we always get up the next morning with new hope that the next day will be a better day. And that's just how we've learned to come to live. You have disappointments and you have victories.